I get drunk. I play funk. I tell lies. I get high. I never try. I let loose. Wild goose. I take a ride. I nearly die. I give up. Shut up. I call in sick. Suck my dick. I kick your ass. Smoke your fucking grass. Stay up late. I masturbate. I look great. Straight hate. Get laid. I get paid. Taco loco. Johnny Yoko. Nice dinner. What are you up to, Skinner? I get drunk. I play funk. Stay away from the phone. Just leave me alone. I'm living large. I'm in charge. I light an incense. Gene Vincent. Get the notion. Rub on it in the lotion. Keep it busy. Pump is busy. I thank God for a hot rod. Come on your face. Play the funky bass. I told you. Say what? No. Love metal. Heavy metal. Nice sweater. double G's the letter. I make a fire. Cool desire. I speculate. Ejaculate. I get drunk.
Hey, mellow out, man!
High. I make it cry.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Welcome to the 21st Century Suffragettes cast. They flipped the bitch switch. We've already won this fight. We've already won this battle. We are not going back, not on our watch. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, family.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
That's right. That's the way we roll around here. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fuck it. Who cares? Welcome to the 21st Century Suffragettes. I'm Diane Russell and we got Spykin in the house. Benny is dealing with her husband and his illness, and Wheezy said she wasn't going to make it, but she might be in the chat. So I hope all goes well with our sisters out there, and Spy and I hold down the fort.
That's right. That's right. I'll get the rooster left.
Oh yeah, she has a rooster that literally walked up like right next to her porch, and she's like, and it's been cooing, and she's like, I hope it doesn't do it like while I'm live.
he's doing his best to keep Cory Booker awake and active. Let him keep killing it there on the the Senate floor.
Cory Booker, you need a standing ovation, sir. Thank you, sir, for standing up for democracy and doing this.
Yeah, I'm again, everyone is in the news cycle is talking about that today, which I think is awesome because the one thing that Dinky wants to do is flood the news cycle with his bullshit, and instead everybody's focused on this, and that's great.
I think it's great,
and not to mention the fact that they're literally getting nothing done on the Senate floor as long as he's speaking. And he's showing Democrats how to do it. He literally is like, Chuck Schumer, hold my beer. This is how you do it.
Moms, you want to jump on? We'll send you a link. Sweetie. So, because there's plenty of shit to talk about, and the more the merrier.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to play Cory Booker as soon as Tony gets the link to Moms. I'd like to play some of his clips. He's just great, and he's been going for fucking 20 hours. I don't even know if my voice would last 20 hours, but he has had Democrats jump in, ask super long questions so he could probably take a leak. He's like, I'm hoping somebody will go. I was watching him at 1 a.m. He's like, I hear you have a question. He's like, I gotta take a leak. Can somebody get down here? No, but good for him, and I'm so proud. This is what we need. Filibuster the shit out of them.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of it as soon as they'll get rid of it too. They've wanted to forever.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's more reason keep pushing this so that they do, and it ends up screwing them in the process because that's what they do. They punch themselves in the face and step on their own dicks.
Yeah, and on rakes all over the place. Bing, 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 on rakes. So I already sent you a clip. And by the way, so if he goes for another
2 hours and 17 minutes, Coralie put in the chat. So
yeah, if he goes another 2 hours 17, it'll be a record breaker. Yeah.
4:20.
Yep.
It'll be 4:20 Pacific time.
Yeah. But again, that's awesome that he for him to break Strom Thurmond's record for the filibuster. His Strom Thurmond was filibustering the Civil Rights Act. So let's erase that bit of history and put Cory Booker in there instead.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I mean, there was times Tony let Mom's in, she's there. There was times last night I just had it on. And I was like, I was watching a show, and then during the commercials, I'd click on, and I'd hear some story about, somebody losing their Social Security. Hi, Moms, how you doing, sweetie? And then I'd click back on, and he'd be talking about, what's it called? Signal Gate, Whiskey Leaks.
Yeah. Well, and the brilliance of the way he approached this. So he actually went to employees who were affected by the USAID cuts and said, give me your stories. Yeah. Because clearly he needs to fill time with whatever he can fill time with. And that is a great way to fill his time.
And all those people stepped the fuck up. He had books, like binders full of material. I was watching that.
Yeah, it's good to watch, and it's nice to, if people would watch, to see how Congress should work. How how the Robert's rules work, and and decorum, rather than whatever MTG and Over do.
Yeah, and this is like the old school way of debating. Thank you, Rosanna. Yeah, this is definitely this is like the old school way of filibustering,
Right.
and where you stand there and you do it for hours. Do you remember? I think there was a filibuster that Mitch McConnell did, and they just like didn't stand on the floor. They didn't hold the floor. They just signed a piece of paper and said, yeah, we're going to filibuster for 20 hours or some shit like that. And it was like, there's nobody on the floor. Why are you not doing this? Like, why aren't you doing it by the rules? In other words,
Right.
Whereas Cory Booker is doing it by the old school rules, which I would just call rules.
Right. Well, and not only that, but crap, I lost my train of thought.
What, filibuster?
Yeah, it'll come to me.
Okay.
It'll come to me.
Mr. Smith goes to Washington.
Yeah, Mr.
This is
Smith
how
goes.
it worked on Mr. Smith goes to Washington.
Right, yeah.
And it just, they don't do it like this anymore, and they should.
Yeah, I do
Oh,
remember.
I know what it was. It's an example for why we need younger people in the House and the Senate, and it should be a job qualification. You should be able to stand up and filibuster for 24 hours straight in order to be part of Congress or the Senate. It's one good way to get rid of the
older
Schumers and the Grassleys and
Sure.
It is. It's actually a young man's game. I mean, when the founding fathers, they were all in their 20s and 30s. They were not old men.
Of course, life expectancy was lower then too, but still, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't stand up and filibuster for 24 hours, then maybe you shouldn't be in Congress.
And maybe you should sit down and shut up. Let somebody else.
If I mute this, can I? Okay, wait, hold on.
Yes, we can.
Barely.
I was just wondering, like, if I have to cough or anything, because why have the goddamn button if it doesn't work?
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know if it works. So tell me in the chat if it works, if it actually cut off. Super Saint wants to join us too. Moon, you know what her email is, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. I just look at all this shit and I just go, I mean, he's going after the goddamn Smithsonian. You got to be in the zoo, in the painting in Colorado, the petty bullshit that is going on. And I'm like, this man is so fucking insecure. I think us keep pushing that button. I think he needs to fire these people with the signal thing. All of them need to go. When I was listening to, who the hell was it that I was listening to?
Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah, thanks, Wayne. I was listening to, I don't know, it was like a national security person. Yeah, I can't remember now. And they were just like, if I did this, I would be in prison right now. I would literally be in prison. I might get a trial, but it would be quick, it would be severe, and it would be, swift and severe or something like along those lines. And you cannot ignore the fact that the signal thing is a major fucking deal. And they're trying to brush it under the rug, as Benny would say. The rug, there's so much shit underneath that rug.
Yep.
It's a mountain. It's a mountain underneath that rug of shit that Dinky has tried to bury. God, what was it that I found out today? That, the kid who shot Dinky in the ear, where cartilage does not grow back, they went to go examine his body. They couldn't find his body. His body's not there. they fucking cremated him. All the evidence that they would need would be gone. So that was really freaky. Another freaky thing that I found out this week was that the chick, I can't think of her name. She's the one who accused Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew, the blonde. She's been very outspoken. Fucking fading on her name right now. She got in a massive accident with a bus, and she's in Australia fighting for her life right now.
Yeah.
So
Funny how that happens. By the way, Catherine said she can't hear you when you mute it. So.
Yes.
Okay,
mute
cool.
button works for the YouTube.
All right, good. Good. Just so if I have to cough or anything, or if I have to tell Tony to. You couldn't hear that. The Zoom can hear it, but nobody else can.
Fuck you!
Virginia. Oh, I'm gonna mess that name up. Guffrey.
Yeah,
G-I-U-F-F.
I think that's her. I think that's her.
Yeah.
Her name is Virginia Guffrey. Yeah. Yeah. We've got Musk.
Wasn't she sideswiped by a bus?
I don't know. I just heard she was in a bus accident. And she's fighting for her life. Tony, let Super Saint in. Now I'm gonna screw up Super Saint and Spy Ken the whole time, just so you know.
That's fine. We're Super Spy Saint.
Super Spy Saints.
There you go.
Hi.
Hi, Super
Love
Saint.
color there, lady.
I know that color is so great. I love it.
Makes
How are y'all
my
doing?
pale in comparison.
How's Sunny's husband doing?
I don't really know.
I saw her in Senator Cory Booker's chat because I was there. Yeah, I've been up all night. I've been there since he started. But mine is for, I couldn't sleep because of pain reasons also. But but waiting surgery, that kind of thing. It does that to somebody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark confirmed her car was hit by a bus.
Yeah.
Wow. It's messed up.
Not good.
Like by accident, I'm sure.
That's all I really heard of it. It was kind of a quick blip, so I didn't really get much more of that story. But, I just go, ugh. If it was anybody else but her.
Right. Well, and again, it's one of those things that's flying under the radar because there's so many other things going on in the media. And again, I got to give kudos to Cory Booker for taking over the media today.
Yeah. It's dominating
showing
the
us all
headlines.
the inspiration that our party can be. Right?
Yes.
Finally.
It's
We're getting to see
dominating the
that.
headlines. Dominating the headlines is better because Dinky, all he wants to do is dominate the headlines. And if it ain't about him, boy, he throws a little hissy fit.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
And
Such a
Someone else
man.
getting all his press. Good, bad, or indifferent.
yeah,
I
and
call him a cunt, but he has no depth or, any
Resilience.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say, or
Or talent.
any what was it? My brain just went
je ne sais quoi. He's got
Yeah.
0.0.
Yeah.
Je ne sais quoi. Can we just agree on that one?
depth or
Uh-huh.
You got his baby mama trying to sell her Tesla.
Zero.
You got more baby mama drama. It's just like, dude, I don't want to hear about family values from you, fucko. Okay, like not one little tiny little
Not
C
an
hair.
iota.
It's an
Well, if you guys watched Hal Sparks last night, you watched that interview that he did with Brett Baer in all his Doge Bros. And I'm like, wow, what a fucking whole panel of 7 unfuckable dudes I've ever seen on the planet. One looks like a
Oh, and
fucking
some with
serial
somebody
killer.
else's.
Scream incel, right?
The other one is like, put its lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. I mean, one
Yeah,
dude
Rubs
looks
the
like he,
lotion on its skin,
Yeah.
or else it gets the hose again.
what what do they put on the handkerchief to make you pass out? What's that stuff?
Chloroform.
Yeah, they
Chloroform.
put the chloroform. One dude looked like he's like gonna put a chloroform on a handkerchief and just do it to anybody next to him. Oh my god, they
He's
were
got
like
a
the
50-gallon
most,
drum in his garage.
and I was like, which one is big balls?
You know what I find
I don't-
interesting? That the last time he was in office, there was a lot of the date rape drug that they had coming through from, through the White House.
Mhm.
Right.
Allegedly.
Ripping off.
Allegedly.
Well, it was on the list.
Hey,
Was it
honey,
on the pharmacy list.
we gotta.
Ronnie.
Come after me, bitch. Oh, sorry.
I know.
I
Well,
want to see what's in Discovery then.
yeah.
Literally. Yeah, let's see what's in Discovery. If you come after me, you got to show Discovery, baby.
All that shit went away. I don't know if we'll ever see any of those files ever again.
If they sue me, they got to show Discovery.
Yeah.
So, yeah, come after me, bitch. I'm not afraid. Let's see comes out in
Oh,
Discovery.
the problem is they're not suing anybody. They're giving nobody any due process. That's the scary part. That's the fucking scary
I got
part.
nothing to lose. Sorry.
And neither do I. That's why we're all here. And we got Musk. Now, was he blocked from? I thought he was blocked from the judge for doing the $1 million giveaway in Wisconsin. And then I heard he was not. I'm confused. I don't know. Does anybody know?
I mean, I heard he was blocked from doing it, and then he took down all the posts that he had put on Twitter
Yeah.
showing him giving checks, big, huge giveaway checks.
But then,
all those.
But then on Stephanie Miller this morning, she said that he gave it to the kid who runs the Republican Party in Wisconsin, some kid.
Mm.
You know that's staged anyway. He ain't giving nobody any money.
Yeah.
There's
I'd like to.
sociopaths. They don't
I'd
give
like to see someone cash that check. Prove it to us. Go cash that check. Show us that you actually got that money. I dare you.
And by the way, when somebody gives you a big giant check like that, what do? Walk into the fucking bank? You can't put it through the ATM, motherfucker. So what do you do with this big giant piece of cardboard?
Remember the Trump money? Those people actually went into the bank thinking that it was real money. Okay, come on, people.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love the uneducated.
I bet you they fall for that one where it's like $100 bill and on the back of it is prayers and all that kind of crap.
Right.
Yeah. It's like the old dollar bill on a string thing that we used to see
Yeah.
in cartoons in the old days. By the
my
way, yeah, everybody's waiting for the Elon Musk checks, and they're finally starting to realize they ain't bringing it there. You ain't getting a check.
There is no Doge check coming. You ain't getting a STEMI from Dinky or
He
Neurodeep.
admitted it to somebody here in the last day or so that wasn't happening. Somebody had asked him flat out, I think, on Twitter. And he said, no, there's no check.
You
These
idiots. How can you fall for this shit?
I know they don't want to pay anything into taxes or Social Security. These bastards aren't giving shit away. Okay, it's like, who do you think contributed $270 million to the Trump campaign? Do you really think it was Elon's money? No, it was foreign countries. Okay.
Or our own
There's-
tax
I thought-
dollars. Or our own tax dollars.
Allegedly.
I
Right.
mean, yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I saw this report
Nice,
today that basically it was discussing how if Bernie Sanders had passed his I think it was his Social Security update so that they taxed the higher tax brackets more. Then today, and this was in 2021 that he wanted to pass that. If he had passed it today, Social Security would be solvent, and Elon would have had to pay a minimum of $2.9 million. It could be billion. I think it was million into the Social Security fund for the rest of Americans, and it would be solvent today.
Yeah. Well, think about it.
Which in one hand should be the other.
$2.
If these massive billionaires and massive corporations paid their fair share in taxes, we wouldn't have a fucking deficit. We could have, and everybody could have a livable working wage. We could all have fucking health care. Our schools would be fucking top notch. Teachers be making fucking $100,000 a year. Like, give me a break. Like, you could fix it if you wanted to, but you just want to break shit down. Go ahead, Moms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't the tax rate used to be something like 75% or higher?
Yeah,
it was 90%,
and
90% over a certain point.
I didn't want to overshoot, but yeah, I mean, and back then people could own a home and like have one person working, and and a stay-at-home wife, and not have to sweat that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could afford a house.
Taxes.
Yeah, house, 2 cars, 2 kids, and live a decent fucking middle class life. You didn't have to be super rich, but you weren't fucking suffering either. That's what they want. They want get rid of the middle class. They want everybody to either be ultra rich or super uber duper poor. And they want all these people to suffer. That's all I see is sadistic behavior of these motherfuckers wanting to watch people suffer.
Now,
I just found out.
I will say,
go ahead.
We've seen one exception to that recently, and I don't really fully give her full credit for this, but while the Senate is shut down because of Cory Booker, the House of Representatives has been shut down for the rest of the week because Anna Paulina Luna sidetracked her party and got 218 Republicans and Democrats to sign her bill to allow new parents in Congress a minimum of 12 weeks to vote by proxy. And she pissed off Mike Johnson so much that he shut the House down for the week. So nothing's going through the House. They're not trying, and they were working on the SAVE Act this week. So,
fuck Donald Trump.
She didn't mean to do it, but she did it, and I'll give her credit for it temporarily.
We got Boston Brian in the house. In the chat, Boston Brian. Cheers, bro.
Hey, what's up, Lobster? What's up, Boston Brian?
Cheers.
Yeah.
Gotcha, Brian.
So, well, and I just found out, what was it? That...
Oh. Can't help but laugh when Boston
I know. We just found out that a dad from Maryland got caught up in this deportation, and he's now in fucking a prison in El Salvador.
What if he has a special needs child too?
What the fuck? We knew this was going to happen.
These balls. Hey, Ice. Hey, Tom. Goggle these fucking balls, you prick.
And again, the current regime is so incompetent, they can't get him back.
They're like, there's nothing we can do. I don't know. Yeah, he's married to an American citizen. He has a special needs child, and they're like, don't care.
Well, I tell you, I'm fearful. Even though my son-in-law is white, I'm still fearful, because he is not an American.
We have Canada literally broke up with us. They're like, we are no longer hanging out with you because you suck. And it's not you, it's me.
It's not us, it's you.
Yeah.
It's really not us. It's totally you, and you're doing this to your fucking people, and I'm really sorry, Canadians. We're not doing this to you. Dinky's doing this to you. So, yeah, and
Most of them know that.
well,
God.
and Spykin and I have been talking about spring break. Spring break has been a colossal fucking failure because Canadians are no longer coming down, and I know for a fact. There was a lot of Canadians that came down for spring break just from me playing in Florida for a decade. I know how many Canadians came down there. It was a lot, you guys, a lot. They're no longer travel. There's a travel advisory for like people from the UK, all these places to come here. Like, oh my God, it gives me such a headache.
The people who used to go to the Wickham Park where I used to live, the people, snowbirds from Canada and whatnot, like maybe one or two of the couples came down this year out of probably 20 better. You know, they just weren't having it.
Yeah.
When it's like Diane said, even those spring break students from Europe aren't coming. So it's no,
Spring break
I don't blame
students-
them one bit. I don't blame them one bit. But
Spring break students from the Midwest aren't
tourism
coming.
is down substantially for Florida. I think they saw a 70% drop in tourism dollars during spring break, which ultimately pushes them into the tourism season of the summer, and they rely on that money.
Oh yeah.
And did you see what DeSantis is up to here in Florida with they're trying to get it passed where we end up with a higher tax rate for like purchasing tax rate. Okay. And all this fuckery because the legislator, is trying to, focus us over here again, while they steal from over here, and it's driving me up the wall. I can't wait to get the fuck out of this.
Aren't they also trying to change the child labor laws because they don't have any immigrants to? Yeah.
Yep, they want 14 and 15-year-olds to be able to work overnight. All right, without they don't even have to have their parents' permission. So, and I think a lot of that has to do with fighting the young kids that they keep getting in trouble for that are in there cleaning the poultry, like the meat machines and all that kind of shit. That really dangerous shit because they're trying to pay coyotes back. So hey, let's hide them amongst our own kids, and then you don't have to worry about it. Then all the kids can die at 16. From
it's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard. Why are they trying to put kids to work when kids should be in fucking school? Oh yeah, they want to close all the schools.
Yep.
They want to take us back to the early 1900s.
That they're trying to make, trying to make us into a Charles Dickens novel. So sorry, apologize.
No, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, how much money do they need, Jan? I don't know. How much money do they need? Because if you have $400 billion, do you know how long it would take you to spend $400 billion? Even if you were like, woohoo, la-di-da, going crazy all over the
possible.
place.
You make more in a day than you can spend.
From interest even, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Mark, for the gifted membership.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Yeah,
I was going to say, if you're not following Abortion Every Day, you need to be following that because there's some major shit going on in Texas where they're trying to pass a bill that will actually shut down freedom of speech regarding even speaking about religion and giving citizens the ability to sue any platform that even discusses the word abortion, anybody that helps with funding or with giving a ride or mentioning it online where they can go after these tech companies, and it will basically shut down freedom of speech regarding the word abortion, going after doctors, nurses, anybody. And this is a serious thing that's going through state legislature right now, and they are actually trying to get to they will shut down it in all 50 states. They had one bill that was kind of like a a trickster type bill where it was just like they had even gotten the wording where they tried to get the Democrats thinking that it would protect the woman's right to life, but it has nothing to do that. And that was kind of like a sidetrack.
It's how they worded it. It made it seem like it, but they really weren't. Yeah. I know. Like the trickery. Yeah.
But recently, this was just a couple of days ago, they have this other bill that's really the serious one where it will shut down abortion across every state. And it has to do with freedom of speech, where you won't even be able to mention abortion without being criminalized. And I mean, they go after everybody involved.
And by the way, we're trying to use AB for that word. Just so you know. You said it like 4 or 5 times, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're trying to use that. We're trying to watch our language because we got hit, and you know that. So
yes. But I couldn't help to say the word because that's the name of her Substack. That's the name of her. I put it on Blue Sky. On 21st Century, so you can go there. But anyway, Jessica is amazing. She's on top of this, and she gets that information out fast. So I put the link on 21st Century on Blue Sky, and if you're not following her, you need to be, because she is on top of this and lets you know places. She even does has a watch on all the legal stuff that's going on. So anyway, it's very important.
Has she covered the woman in, I think it's in Tennessee, that was arrested because she had a miscarriage?
It wasn't in Tennessee. It was in Georgia, I think.
Georgia.
Or Alabama. No, Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, now I'm getting confused. Maybe it was Alabama. I can't remember. Anyway, I put that in there also on Blue Sky. But yeah, because that's crazy. Because basically they arrested her, and then afterwards they tried to enforce a law about it. So it's ridiculous because they don't have a law in the books about anything like that.
Right.
But she goes into detail about that as well.
So this, I want to also talk about a little bit about Dinky trying to run for a third term. Don't fall for this bullshit.
When again, he came out and said that, and is stoking the flame of that to try to get people distracted from whiskey leaks.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
This is his tactic. This is what he does. So, and courts, all the courts are saying, no, you can't do this. It's not possible. I think it was you, Super Saint, who was talking about them trying to do a constitutional convention.
Yes.
Which will not work in their favor because they have to have a minimum of 34 states in order to hold a constitutional convention. But in order to ratify any change to the Constitution, they have to have 38 states.
Yes, 2/3 of the state.
Ratify it.
So the thing about this plan, though, you guys, that I don't think you may or may not know, this is what Putin did. Mm-hmm. Putin ran, and then he ran out, and then he had his VP or right-hand man run, and then he took it over. And so that's how he has become the dictator of Russia this is way back in the day. This is like, this isn't recent. This is how he's stayed in power for a fucking quarter century. Right. So,
this is how he stole power.
Yeah, how he stole power. But my thing that I think is very interesting is that Dinky wants to do exactly what Pootie did. Dinky and Pootie and Pootie and Dinky and Dinky and Pootie.
Where does one end and the other begin?
I don't know. That's why.
He mentions this 22nd Amendment, but he never mentions the 12th Amendment that says that he can't do that, which came before the 22nd Amendment. So he's never read the Constitution.
But it's an amendment, so
he doesn't care about the Constitution. He doesn't care about it. That's why he's attacking the judiciary, trying to delegitimize them so that they don't have the power to stop him when he tramples all over the Constitution.
Right. Yep. And that's been my argument with people who go, yeah, but it's against the law. I'm like, do you think he gives a flying fuck about the law?
He doesn't care.
No.
Yeah, Brian. Boston Brian says, what do you mean you got hit, Diane, by YouTube? Yes, sir. We had our first monetized, well, actually our second monetized, officially second monetized show was taken right down. And we don't really know why, and they won't give us any like specifics. They just took the whole freaking show down. And so now we're really trying to be careful about how we word things. That's why we use Dinky on the show. That's why, we say unalived. Now we're using, TikTok terms. So we don't get, I don't know why they go after us so hard. For some reason someone's going after us.
Yeah, last week's Tuesday show is no longer visible.
Yeah. So I say fuck them, and we're going to continue doing what we're doing anyway. And I told everybody, if this channel is taken down, you have to subscribe to Diane Russell Live on YouTube so that if anything happens here, that's our little backup. It's also where I play rock and roll every now and again if I ever get my guitar fixed. Which, by the way, okay, here's an update. So I don't know if I should go into the whole thing, but Billy called me very late at night and said that my guitar repair guy was dead. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
So, yeah, but it's not true. So I called his answer machine, which is not really an answer machine. He just left other messages or other people's phone numbers on his answer machine. So call this if you need to get your guitar back, whatever. So I call the first number and it's his wife. And I'm like, so sorry. You have my condolences and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, he's not dead. He's not dead. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to kill Billy.
Kick Billy's ass.
I'm going to kill Billy. I'm like, what, dude? What? I felt like such an asshole. And of course, I had to stay on the line and hear the whole 9 yards, which is, I'm fine with, whatever. But he's still with us, but he's not taking any more guitars in and everything. And so I was like, how could you do that to me? I was so embarrassed. And so anyway, I picked up my guitar, and so I've had, recommendations of where to bring my guitar next. So I'll look into those options, but it's just been a shit show. I don't know what else to say. I dropped off my guitar there like on February 20th. I just got it back a couple days ago. Okay, so it hasn't been touched, and I don't care. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. And
it fucking sucks.
I've just been like, Moms, you're muted, sweetie.
You're muted.
Oh,
Moms,
damn.
yeah, you're muted.
Oh, fuck, man. Sounds like something that
I
would
was
happen.
trying to be polite. I was just saying that.
No explanation from Billy. Sorry.
If that happens to me.
Yeah, sorry, Moms. Just to answer John Duff.
Getting your guitar back while he's alive.
Yeah. Any explanation from Billy from John Duff is a question. I'm like, no, sir. No. Not yet.
Move, Billy.
Oh, Jesus.
Move.
Yeah, I don't know if he was joking around or if somebody told him this. He said somebody told him this.
Did he say it today?
No, this was over the weekend.
Hey, I was like,
Yeah.
the fucked up April Fool's joke.
No.
Yeah. We don't need any April Fool's joke. We
No,
live in an April
yeah.
Fool's reality.
Yeah.
Mhm.
By the way, Billy's birthday is tomorrow.
Huh?
Oh, well, happy birthday, Bill.
Yeah. Well,
So you're
Tony's
still
like,
getting
we'll
moved.
get him. Too bad we didn't really think ahead,
playing-
Tony. We could have done something really good. But anyway, go ahead.
Now he has to play with you live.
Yes, now he has to
Go
play
for
with
it.
me live here in my basement. Yes. Yeah. Just so you know, one of Billy's birthday, what we did for his birthday, we had band practice that night. And Tony's like, come on, we got to get him. We got to do something. So Tony's like, how about this? I get a bunch of balloons. We blow them all up, and I put them in these massive construction garbage bags that I have.
No, they were bed bags.
They were like bags that you use for mattresses. Okay. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, how are we going to do this? And I'm like, well, I can tell you this. During band practice, there's always one point where Billy's got to go upstairs and take a leak. So after he takes a leak, I know he's not going to go back upstairs for a couple hours until we're pretty much done for band practice, right? So I text Tony. I'm like, he's going up to take a leak now. And Tony, I forget if I did or I forget who did it, but I think I unlocked the door, or I don't know. I can't remember how we unlocked the door so you could get in that door. So anyway, Tony sneaks in. He's got to take off his boots because it's creaking the floor. And his floor is an old fucking farmhouse. So it's like old school wood floors. So Tony's tiptoeing around. And even during when he was doing it, I knew he was up there and the drummer knew he was up there. But Billy's like, what was that? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't hear anything. And I'm like, on my bass, making noise. So like Tony can make noise. So Tony filled the entire first floor, his kitchen and his living room, filled with balloons just everywhere.
Wow. Cool.
And so after band practice, he walks up and it's like, what the fuck is this? His cat's walking around like it's normal. Like this happens every day. Just la-di-da, walking through the balloons.
Oh, geez.
I think one of them popped at one point.
Surprised that didn't set off a jumping, popping spree with the cat.
When I was in high school, my best friend that I knew since kindergarten, I got a bunch of balloons and I filled her car. I got her family to unlock her car before school, and I filled her entire car full of balloons to where when she opened it, they just poured out on her, so she couldn't even get in her car. And so she thought that I had gotten her, but then I got to her locker and I filled those up with balloons, and then I had written "Happy Birthday" all through down a toilet roll, the toilet paper. So it rolled out of her locker when she opened it, and it had "Happy Birthday" all up and down the roll of it, and then streamers also fell out on her. So she was really embarrassed. She's like, "Damn it, you already got me once in the morning. You had to do this too." And I was like, "Yeah."
Yes, we
I
had
just
to do
have
it.
to know, Diane, did did the balloons stick to the cats because of the static cling?
No, actually, it was more like the opposite. Like the balloons would spread before the cats would get there because they knew it was just like I'm walking through and my energy is fierce. It was like with the opposite end of batteries. Yeah, it was like.
Polar opposites. That's
magnet, not battery. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I asked that question because my daughter has just discovered that you can, static cling a balloon, and she keeps doing it to the cats, and they just don't know what to think about it.
They're like, I'm already staticky. I don't need this shit in my life.
Yes, I am. Wait,
No,
don't knock stuff.
When the cats rub on my legs, I'm like, you're shocking yourselves, you guys. Like, you're shocking my legs. Every time you rub on my legs, I can feel the static cling going on. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I think you like it. I actually think you like it. You freaks.
They might. So, I saw Susie Jones put something in the chat that I was not aware of, but evidently when Kid Rock visited the White House, evidently he gave Dinky a gold-plated 6-shooter. So is this the second gun he's been given that he's not allowed to have?
Oh, yeah, he's a convicted felon. He's not supposed to have any fucking guns.
Oh, yeah.
I did not hear about that, but I believe it totally.
Well, particularly
Again-
seeing how he was dressed.
Is
Oh
that
my
when
God, he looked like
Bar
Evil
was-
Knievel. He totally looked like Evil Knievel. It was hilarious. Evil
Or a
Knievel
rodeo
slash,
clown.
well, I was going to say slash Elvis from like the late
Okay.
70s when he was wearing those outfits.
Fat Elvis.
Yeah,
Fat
where
Elvis.
A carnival barker.
Everything
That's
was
what I thought.
everything
that-
was bedazzled.
Is that when Bill Maher went with them to the White House or something?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, there's pictures of him in the Oval Office
I'd be
dressed like
so
a fucking clown.
I'd be so embarrassed to walk around in an outfit like that. Like even if I was a massive
Meanwhile,
rock
what
star.
about Zelensky?
Yeah. Oh, but
There it is. Look at that.
look at that clown. That's an Evil
It's
Knievel outfit if
ridiculous.
I've ever seen one.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, can you
It's
bring up
I
a
just-
picture of Evil Knievel and his
Yeah.
outfits?
It's still got Gulf of America in the fucking Oval Office.
Honestly, it really reminds me of President
Oh.
Camacho from Idiocracy. It
I
really
know.
does.
Yeah. I still haven't watched the movie. Let's do a viewing party.
Yeah.
Yes, could we? That would be great.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's do
That'd be a lot of fun.
a viewing party
We-
of
Let's speak about
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Okay. We'll figure
Yeah.
out the time. And if you guys want to join into the viewing party, what we do is we do it on Zoom and we'll just watch the whole thing. We'll take a break, it depends on if it's 2 hours long, we'll take a break every half hour, so everybody can take a whiz and get a fresh beer and
Extra popcorn.
yeah, extra popcorn. And we'll do a viewing party of Idiocracy through Zoom. And if you guys are interested, send us your email at 21stcenturysuffragettes@gmail.com and we'll put it together soon. I don't know. I mean, maybe this weekend. I don't know. Maybe.
Lou wants to
Just
say
put
hello,
the-
boys.
Who's
Hi,
that kitty?
Kitty.
Who's
She
that?
loves Di- That's Daisy Lou. She loves the sound of Diane singing. She always comes when Diane's on.
Hi, Daisy Lou.
Aw.
Now that's Evil
Yeah, there you go.
Knievel. There you go.
She's got
Well,
a
Knievel's kind of toned down in comparison, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I say it reminds me of President Camacho. Now bring up a picture of President Camacho,
Yeah.
5 eggs.
No, I mean,
the soul patch.
and I was thinking also Elvis, because Elvis had a lot of bedazzled clothes or whatever. But anyway,
Don't get mad. She thinks I'm going to clip her nails.
well,
Oh,
the thing,
Lord.
the thing about it is that don't ever criticize anybody what they fucking wear ever again. If you got a clown like that walking into
Right.
the fucking Oval, and not only that, I'm personally offended because I'm from Michigan, and I'm personally offended because I'm from Michigan.
I'm sorry.
And-
The
and I'm
boy, where he's like,
I'm personally offended because, Kid Rock is an embarrassment to Detroit.
oh, he's a Nepo baby.
You are
There you go.
President
There's
Camacho.
Camacho.
Hit the like, subscribe, and share, subscribe and share. So
Camacho for president.
And Cajun Fish and Hound. All you do is download Zoom. It's a free app to download.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Anyone else that doesn't have Zoom, it's an app you download. Easy peasy.
Yep. There you go. Well, they were comparing this guy from the Idiocracy to Elon Musk when he was at that CPAC. Was it CPAC? I forget what it was.
Yeah.
Wielding a fucking chainsaw around the fucking lunatic.
didn't look like a, scalpel precision. Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I know the reason why he wears that hat. He's bald.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Like that picture of a dimple, Yeah.
He's
Oh, God, that was-
yeah. Dimpool's bald too. I was like, he's
So bald.
he's gonna be allowed in the White House press pool now.
Meaty.
Is he gonna wear his fucking beanie?
Mhm. Either that or one of those Donald Trump visors like this that have the furry hair.
I can't.
And no, Terry Crews is not a Trumper. He is adamantly against him.
Oh my gosh.
Terry Crews survived assault as a child by a family member.
Say that again?
Go
Sorry?
ahead. Say that again.
What-
He's a sexual assault survivor, family member, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Who is?
it took him a long time to tell that story too.
Terry Crews. He's the one that plays
Yeah, Terry
President
Crews.
Macho in that movie.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, the guy who's always pumping his muscles like every time.
Right. Yeah. So I love that this. Okay. So all the denials and all the signal gate and the whiskey leaks horseshit stopped right in its tracks when there's a picture of fucking Mike Walsh and Jeffrey Goldberg together. Dude, I've never met him. I don't know who he is. I don't have his phone number. You're standing right next to him. Oh my God. Goldberg has responded to questions about the photo, telling CBS News, if your eyeballs see us together, then I guess your eyeballs are seeing us together.
Wow.
It shouldn't be that fucking hard.
Believe your eyes and ears. Oh my.
Sorry. I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah.
How many more rakes are they're going to step on?
Right.
So.
I love my rake stepper shirt.
And I do not. Has anybody been following these law firms that are folding and caving into Dinky? Like, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I try to. The law stuff gives me a goddamn headache. It's too technical or whatever, and I don't understand. Why are they capitulating?
You are a disgusting lawyer. Period.
Money. It's all about money. It's all about money.
Yeah.
It's how much they're going to lose money because they're primarily doing business in DC, with or against the government. And if they can't go into buildings, they can't, they've lost their security clearances, so they can't see anything that's going on in their clients' cases.
Yeah.
And even though I get that, it still pisses me off because guaranteed these motherfuckers have made enough money in, let's say, the last 5 years to last them a lifetime.
Yep.
Instead of having the balls to stand up for what they believe is right. But maybe they don't believe it's right. I don't know.
When I see the biggest law firms in the country, according to Dean Obadala, capitulating to Dinky and saying, "Oh, we'll give you $100 million in free legal fees." What the fuck are you talking about? Isn't your fucking job to fucking go against corruption and go for the rule of law, but you're gonna help a convicted felon? You fucking losers! Like,
sorry.
Go ahead.
I just said they're pussies.
Yeah.
Girl, back.
Maybe.
It's amazing they can walk without a spine.
I don't think they can. If they've had them augmented.
Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger say Donald Trump literally signed his name to a certificate proving he committed treason by pardoning Proud Boy leader Enrique Tarrio. Donald Trump provided aid and comfort to an individual found guilty on sedition against the United States of America and is guilty of treason. He must be removed from office. I mean, I have no problem with that, but who's going to do it?
Right.
When you take over every part of the government, who's going to do it?
Yeah, the Russian party is compromised. That's how I refer to them because they're the Russian party. The R stands for Russian.
Yeah. Yeah, GOP, government of Putin.
Again, if the elections in Florida sway our way,
Oof.
it's a sliver of a chance for us to continue to make some good trouble for them. But again, if
I don't believe that Gay Vallimont, the one who's running in Gates's old area, is going to win.
Yeah.
I don't see a Democrat winning that. But Josh Wheel's got a chance. He really does. Because nobody, even the Republicans here, don't like Randy Fine. He's a dick, and he's like, he needs anger management classes. He's a fucking psychopath. All right. Allegedly.
When I saw
seriously.
I saw one of Josh Wheel's commercials, and he's kind of he's playing into what MAGA say they appreciate in a politician. He's playing off the fact that he's a single dad. He's it was a great commercial. I don't know that it's going to ignite the Democrats as much as it will sway Republicans.
I just hope for the turnout that we need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's in my county. That's Brevard County. But it's in the northern end of Brevard County, so I don't even get to vote for it.
Oh.
So, yeah, I did not get to vote today.
What concerns me is with what Greg Palacios found and, the Vigilante Inc. and how they keep purging legitimate people that are on the voting rolls. And he said that, if we don't solve this issue, we will not be able to win future elections because they will continue to hunker down on this and keep purging voter rolls to where we will not have the numbers if we do not rectify this. And what do you do when the last election was taken because of the purging of these voter rolls that they're doing against the law then, which they were not able to do that and challenge people on the voting rolls within 30 days of the election, and they did it anyway.
Yeah.
What do you do when, so
why isn't the Biden administration on all this stuff? You know what I mean? Like, there should have been heads rolling, and like, you can't do this. You can't purge 1 million peoples off your voter rolls 20 days before the election. That's totally against the law. But again,
fuck decorum.
Yeah. No.
Exactly.
So we got 2 U.S. officials said that Mike Waltz also hosted sensitive signal chats with cabinet members on military ops and peace talks between Russia and Ukraine. These people are fucking dangerous. You ain't kidding. These people are dangerous. We all know why they did this.
On my shocked face.
We all know why they did this. They don't want discovery. They don't want to have, because if you go through the normal ways of process of doing this, even if it's top secret, they have ways. Everybody, you can find out. This is just fucking so much bullshit. I can hardly stand it. And I keep thinking, I think the generals, I think the brass, the big brass, retired generals, people who, even retired people in Congress and Senate. How about Barack and Bush and Clinton and all these other people and Biden himself get out there and be like, you still got to fight for democracy even though I'm not here anymore. I don't know. I just feel like there's a leadership gap in the Democratic Party. We've got some great people out there, but they're too fucking young. They're not white and they're not male enough to win the presidency. And if we run another fucking woman.
Yeah, we know there's misogyny.
No.
Right.
Even though I want a female president, don't get me wrong, okay? But we watched Hillary and Kamala. I don't want to see it again. I really don't want to see it again. And I don't. And even though I love, hold on. Even though I love Buttigieg, nobody's gonna vote for a gay man. So, and I'm not saying nobody. I mean, I would, right? But you know what I mean. I'm just saying I don't think the majority of people. Nobody's gonna vote for fucking what would it be? 88-year-old Bernie Sanders. Nobody's gonna vote for fucking Bernie if he's 88 years old in 2028. Nobody.
Right.
So let's not go down these same fucking paths. All right. Let's get, Chris Murphy. I was hoping it would be Gavin Newsom, but Gavin Newsom just shot himself in the dick. You fucking asshole. Who the fuck do you think you are? Oh, let's cozy up to the
I don't know what
right.
he was thinking.
I don't know what he totally political suicide, what he's done.
Walls and Beto O'Rourke were in Houston. Man, they tore that fucking town hall up, man.
Now that's a ticket I would vote for. Walls and O'Rourke? Fuck yeah.
They killed it, man.
Oh,
It was awesome. It was over an hour and a half, and they killed it, man. Taking questions from the audience, fucking nailed it.
Yeah, I like Pritzker. I like Ossoff. Yeah, I like AOC and Jasmine and Corey, but guess what? They're all people of color. And we know that racism and misogyny is a major factor. Otherwise, Kamala would have won. So let's not go down that fucking path again, people. Can we just stop doing that to ourselves?
But she did win. The numbers showed she won.
I agree with you. Same thing with Hillary. So let's, we know the 2016 election was stolen. We know it was.
But that's the whole reason why he's trying to change election shit now, because he's trying to maintain his power.
Of
Even
course.
with forming how the elections are done and all this shit.
Yeah.
He wants to remain in power. They always cheat because their policies are not winning policies. We have the winning policies. It's just point blank, but they have to steal because they have no policies. They wreck shit.
Yeah, I like Pritzker too. But a Walls O'Rourke ticket. Oh, now you're talking my fucking game.
Yep.
That's what I'm kind of talking about. Is that kind of ticket right there?
And the energy
might get us back in power. I don't give a shit as long as we win the presidency. Okay? Because then we can change everything. You can't change everything if you're not. It's like, what's that game? It's euchre. When you don't call it, you don't win. You guys don't know how to play euchre. Okay, so anyway, but if you don't call what is gonna, what you want to be Trump, literally in the game, like bridge Trump. Okay, not Dinky. Then you don't win the points. So if you don't call it, you don't win, and that's how I feel about the Democratic Party right now. And I'm not taking swings at individuals. I'm going to say a big, broad brushstroke here. When, we knew that Russians were in the White House in 2015, 2016, before Dinky got in, why was something not done then? Why have we allowed him to even run if he's been a Russian asset since 1977? He goes over there in 87. They have compromise on him because of the fucking beauty pageant. Come on. They got the compromise on the beauty pageant. On him. What?
The FBI and CIA had files on him from back then. They knew. What the hell? Why did they even allow this shit to continue? Why did they let him run?
Well, my conspiracy theory is this. And I don't even really think it's a conspiracy theory because it was really happened.
Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani during that time was helping get out the Italian mafia. And he was going at even him being an Italian, he was going after the Italian mafia in New York. But what he's doing is brushing all the Italians out so that the Russians and the Chinese can move in. We've got Trump Tower. It's loaded with Russians and Chinese. You got the Chinese bank in Trump Tower. You have like a brothel / like gambling on a floor, Russian whole floor of Trump Tower. Come on. If you don't know, if you can't see, put the pictures together. And then,
Epstein
what was it?
And all that, and the oligarchs. And all.
But in regard to still with New York, he chased out the family, and the Chinese started influx, and then everything changed over from Little Italy to Chinatown. Little Italy is now like maybe 2 blocks, maybe. The rest is all Chinatown, like for blocks on end, all because of him getting rid of the family.
Yeah, the 5 families.
I want to ask a question real quick.
Yeah.
Was it that the Chinese were having people come over and like kidnapping people that had escaped over there? Was it during Dinky's first term? Do you remember that when they were like over?
I wouldn't doubt it, but
wasn't it
I'm
during?
not 100% sure.
I think I kind of remember that because I remember them saying that when they got here, they had such worms in their stomach from eating bad food. And that's what I remember about that story, is that they were so sick and that they literally had worms in their stomach. Yeah.
When they came over here to kidnap them and take them back to China, they like had a little secret police kind of situation where they were.
No, I do remember hearing about that.
But
you're right. It may have been back in his first term.
But it was around New York and stuff in that area where they were just like kidnapping these people and taking them back because they fled, China.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
I do
we're
remember
just
that.
kidnapping them instead, just pulling them off the street. So
yeah, they were just
whatever.
And I also remember something about North Koreans doing the same thing, kind of happening around there was a lot of people who defected during that time, and I don't know how they got out, but I don't know, they got out and they started telling their stories, and they were in total shock, of course, because their regimes are not telling them the truth about the rest of the world, and they're like, what? Oh, by the way, I do want to Wizzy caught me off guard last show when she said that there was an attempt on Putin's life and that a limousine blew up. That's actually a real story, and I was like, I hadn't heard about it. I was like, allegedly, because we're so terrified of getting booted off fucking YouTube. I'm like, I had not heard about that story. And oh boy, the paranoia that's got to be going on in Putin's head right now. And people keep saying that that's the only way that they're gonna get him out. Yeah, and to get him out of power is to take him out. I don't know.
It's part of being
falls from a window, or
part of being a sadistic sociopath is that paranoia part in there.
I wonder if it's really true if he doesn't shit anywhere else he goes because he's afraid somebody will get his DNA.
Probably.
Makes sense.
It makes sense.
He would think that way.
It would also then be able to tell the difference between him and a
clone.
A
body double.
Body double.
Yeah.
Body double. Thank you.
And I think that one of the reasons why Obama doesn't come out all the time and speak out is because, remember, a dinky doxed him. Mm-hmm. And a guy actually went to his house and secret police stopped him with a machete and a gun outside of his home.
Who did Dinky dox recently? I forget. It was somebody.
Letitia James.
Yeah, Letitia James. Jesus.
Put her home address out on the internet for everybody to know.
Fucking assholes.
He's not worth the cosmic dust that he's made of.
He's not worth the air he breathes, dude. He's such a waste.
Well,
you want to talk about waste, fraud, and abuse? Get rid of Dinky, and you'll get rid of all the waste, the fraud, and the abuse.
He's not worth all the 4 types of bonds that hold atoms together. Even the Van der Waals and it's like, man, what a waste of bonding. And not the kinky kind.
Yeah.
Change the scales.
The scientific kind.
It's a loophole.
A loophole.
Said, I'm assuming she. I apologize. A loophole. Kind of.
He is. He's a terrible loser. He's such a bad loser. And speaking of losers, Marie Le Pen sentenced to prison, banned from next election over embezzlement. Can't we do that here? Why can't we do that here?
Right.
Because our Supreme Court made it legal to bribe and to take foreign money and
Citizens United.
And
again, one of those
PABs.
One of those things that they tricked voters into accepting because of the way they worded it and the way they twisted the language so that the voters didn't realize what they were voting for.
Yeah. But people have to be responsible for doing research and figuring out what is on their ballot. Okay. They can't, I mean, I hold a lot of hands from, I didn't do it this time, but, you know, going over different things that they're trying to get passed to explain them better, because even our side writes so stupid, you know, because everybody's trying to mask everything they're doing, you know.
Well, hell,
that's I think our biggest issue.
When you promise the Lollipop Guild the lollipop tree, you know, you can get them to vote for anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
So, Tony, do you want to play the clip of Elon in Wisconsin? Ugh, this guy is such a fucking.
Right, but yeah, we have to.
He is just so fucking butt ass ugly. I'm sorry. Both of them are.
The
just
hair didn't help. No, the hair didn't help.
Hatred really uglifies a person. You know what I mean?
Oh fuck yeah, it does. Fuck yeah.
It seeps out of your pores.
Mm-hmm. Hate makes you ugly inside and out. Sorry.
Well, some of us are ugly just because.
Oozes out of
It will make you ugly.
ugliness.
So I'm sending Tony a couple things that I want him to play. First, the Elon Musk thingy in Wisconsin, which was just like, dude, yo, bro. High doses of ketamine may cause psychosis, a mental illness that causes a person to lose touch with reality. Frequent and recreational ketamine use can lead to delusions that can last up to 1 month after a person stops using it. So here's Elon Musk on Tuesday's election in Wisconsin. I feel like it's one of those things that
makes you cuckoo. Cuckoo.
Doing it again.
And again, everybody wonders why he shifted from Democrat to Republican. That right there is your answer. He's constantly in a K-hole.
Musk on Tuesday's election in Wisconsin. I feel like it's one of those things that may not seem like it will affect the entire destiny of humanity, but I think it will. Today's election in Wisconsin. It's the destiny of humanity. It's from Ron Philip Kelsey.
Have you all seen the map that was supposed to be
click on that.
Something that Elon's father had published?
Tech
you have to click on the.
It showed
whole thing.
Greenland, then Canada, then America, then out to Panama. And my opinion, but yeah, that's messed up, and that was what, 40, 50 years ago?
Checkmate.
Yeah. Well, it's okay.
Shit, hold on. Where's the audio?
Oh, he's trying to get the audio.
You know the part with the cheese head jumping around?
Well, I actually haven't been able to find that. I think somebody AI'd the cheese head out.
I've only seen it as pictures used for thumbnails. So.
Yeah.
I saw it on MSNBC video of it. So
really?
It's gotta be out. Yeah.
It's just how important it is. They think it's just some kind of judicial thing that's not that important. But it actually, what they're doing, what's happening on Tuesday is a vote for which party controls the U.S. House of Representatives. That is why it is so significant. And whichever party controls the House, it to a significant degree controls the country, which then steers the course of Western civilization. So
it steers the purse.
I feel like this is one of those things that may not seem that it's going to affect the entire destiny of humanity, but I think it will.
God. His breathing. Hey. First of all, that really bothers me. And, just being, I don't know, it
fucked up.
It does something to me when I listen to him. I feel like I'm on fucking cocaine from the fucking 80s that wasn't uncut. All right? Like, seriously. Like,
good stuff.
He sounds fucked up.
He absolutely sounds fucked up.
He sounds like, Coke Jr.
And then I have this little meme. It says the fundamental weakness of Western society is empathy. And that's Elon Musk on March 2025. And then, why are people laughing about my company failing? It's so mean. You are such a little...
Why doesn't
nobody has empathy.
Have any empathy?
Nobody has empathy for you because you threw up 2 Nazi salutes at the fucking inauguration. You don't do it with vigor, like brah, slam into his chest and like grunt when he fucking throws out his arm. I'm telling you, that whole thing when he goes like that and he's like, and the look on his face and he grunts when he like throws out his hand. I'm telling you, that was fucking on fucking purpose. That was loaded with body language experts going, oh, that was on purpose. That wasn't, hi, love you. What's going on? Love you people. Hello. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
I think I sent that one to this guy.
Give me a fucking break.
As for his daughter who transitioned, yeah, that kind of
empathy. Victoria?
All the way off.
So Tony, after see this one right here. If this is
Victoria, I can't remember that.
This is a C-SPAN thing that I'm going to forward to Tony. The thing is about it, Tony, is that it's like an article and you have to go into it and you have to find the video part. So, here's Dinky admitting, remember he said, Elon, he loves those machines. He worked on those machines and then we won Pennsylvania. He rigged those machines and he rigged the election and we won. I swear to God, that's like what he said. This is from January 19th.
He's at the
This is the day before he was fucking inaugurated.
Yeah. And there's one where he's at the Resolute desk saying that, we rigged the election.
Yeah.
No, they rigged the election and we won.
Rally for.
I wonder why I'm only hearing about this now, though.
Rally for President-elect Trump before inauguration. This is the night before. Go ahead and play the clip, because this is what he's concerned about with, the Olympics in the soccer cup thing.
Yeah.
Simplify contracts.
Oh, of course there's an ad. Of course there's an ad. You asshole.
Well, just like he said. Just like when he said, I don't need any votes. We got the votes.
Yep.
I just rally.
We don't need no stinking votes.
I got both of them. I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. And I said, it's too bad. One was in 2026 and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election, and now we won, so I'm going to be your president for the Olympics and for the World Cup. So,
motherfucker.
Johnny, thank you for the World Cup.
Yeah.
And everybody, thank you for the Olympics. We're going to have a great time. We have another thing happening. 250 years.
Yeah, her 250 year will be under Dinky. The worst president in the high hope somebody. Can we get a cheeseburger to take him out before that?
Yeah, he's been neurodinked, I think.
Cheeseburger. We're rooting for a cheeseburger. Come on, cheeseburgers. Let's go.
Yeah, but oh man,
I don't
he
know what
looks
else
like
to say.
it, doesn't he? I mean,
He does.
sorry,
No,
but
he
Making
looks
D's.
definitely hit. Yeah. If they're using Signal for military strike, then they're using Signal for everything, and it's all getting deleted in violation of federal law. That's 110% correct.
you know, we have cryptologists that I'm sure are probably doing the same thing. They're probably hacking in and seeing what they're doing. That, you know, think about now, you know, Malcolm Nance. You don't think that he's
Well, that's what Malcolm was trying to explain. He's like, all these people who you think Russia doesn't have an in on your phone. Russia's got an in on your phone, sweetie. So anybody who was on that Signal chat, your phone is now compromised. That was one of the things that he put out. Now, you know, he's an intelligence expert. I ain't no goddamn intelligence expert, but when Malcolm Nance talks, I fucking listen. All right, because he knows.
brilliant.
He knows
He's
better
brilliant.
than any of us here, any of us put together. This motherfucker knows. And if he's saying that all their phones are compromised, I believe it 110%. And the way he explains it is logical. That's why I really think that you guys should watch his last YouTube. It was about 35 minutes long, and it was fucking epic.
It was great.
It was
That's
epic.
Want to follow?
Yeah.
He's so smart.
You absolutely follow him.
Experience even is just so righteous. You know, I mean, it just even going over to Ukraine. Yeah, great respect. Oh, and I do want to bring up also, if you're unaware, that the Russian soldiers are using rape against the soldiers.
Yeah,
fighting
again, another word we don't use. So
Sorry, grape.
Grape.
Yep, grape.
Sorry.
It's a grape ape.
Grape
Sorry,
ape.
honey.
Grape ape.
Takes a little learning.
No,
That is the term they're
it's
using.
okay. It's okay. This has been set upon us. We didn't do this to ourselves. This is
I know.
set upon us.
But it's
Call from
a horrible
Mark P.
tactic that
To
they're
accept,
using.
press 1.
I agree. We got Mark P calling in. Mark P, go ahead, sweetie. How's
Hey,
Wizzy
good
doing? Is
evening,
she all
ladies.
right?
I tried to call in a couple of minutes ago, but no one answered. But referencing Dinky, he's promoting the Olympics and the World Cup in the United States. Well, we talked about it earlier. Tourism is down. No one is coming to the United States. So he's really screwing the country by isolating the United States the way that he is. So it's fucking hysterical that he's trying to pimp the World Cup.
Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. And guess what? When you have the EU, Canada, I forget all these, there's like a dozen countries who have issued travel advisories not to come to the United States while Dinky's in office. And so all the numbers for the Olympics, for what is it, FIFA? FIFA is the soccer
FIFA.
thing. Yeah.
I think that's in 2024.
Yeah.
Actually, that we just had 2026. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's
26.
The next World Cup.
So all the numbers are going to be down because who's going to travel to the States when they might not be able to leave? And if they try to leave, they're going to be sent to an Ecuadorian or an El Salvadorian fucking prison.
No brown-skinned people are going to come to the United States to attend any of these events, and the athletes may be in jeopardy too. I mean, he's killing the economy also by doing this. So it's just simply brilliant, Dinky.
What if they boycott the Olympics and the only people that are there are like the Americans, the Russians, the Chinese, the North Koreans? Jesus, oh my God.
Oh, goodness.
And everybody goes, sorry, we're not going. You know what we're going to do? We're going to start our own Olympics. Just like EU's starting their own kind of NATO thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, we'll go on without you, United States. Thanks.
Well, I don't see how they can, you know what I mean? Like, just militarily, if, let's say, just for instance, Dinky invades Greenland. Well, Denmark ain't gonna let that happen, and Denmark needs help. So all their neighbors are gonna it's gonna be NATO against the United States if they go in and try to take over Greenland. And I know it's the most ridiculous fucking thing I've heard, but he's talking really fucking seriously about this. He's talking seriously about a third term. He's talking seriously about, invading Canada and taking over the Panama Canal and doing something to Mexico. I mean, it's insanity. It's total insanity.
The fort near where I live here in Central Texas, I hear my windows rattle because they are doing exercises of some sort every once in a while. So it's like, and that's been a while since I've heard them doing type of exercises. So that always gives me pause when I
freaks you out a little bit. Yeah. Mark, how's
these
busy?
militia groups? Super Saint? I'm sorry, Diane.
No. Go ahead.
What did you ask? Did you ask me what I said, or
if they're militia
groups that you're or?
Oh, in Texas, we're the home of the militia groups, right-wing extremists. Yeah. When Chris Goldsmith and his task force Butler, when he was searching for a lot of the neo-Nazi and extremist, groups, he found a lot of them harbor in Texas, in fact, and a lot of sheriffs and stuff are in those militia groups as well. Because they, a lot of them. That went to the Capitol.
Oh, the good old boys.
Mm-hmm.
The good old boys club.
But I just said that the fort that I live near, they've been stepping up their exercises because my windows will rattle. I always know when something's going on because when they do exercises.
Right.
Because my windows rattle even as far away as I am from them.
Mark, you got anything else you want to say, sweetie?
I just want to say greetings to the lovely Wizzy who's checked into the chat. So,
hi, Wizzy.
Hi, Wiz.
I've been posting a number of people call in.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much.
Get things off your chest. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
I see Wizzy's in the chat now. Elizabeth is in the chat.
That's in Suffragettes and our, chatters and gifters and ones that are donating and stuff. So thank you all for being here and supporting. Letting me
and sending positive healing vibes to Benny Loco and her hubby. Yep.
Yes.
We just want the best for everybody. So, thanks for Mark for calling in. Yeah, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm going to assume it's true. 10,000 health and human service employees are being laid off. Yes. Now, have they been already laid off or not? I don't know yet. These are the people who are tracking diseases, conduct research, make sure food and medicine is safe, and administer health insurance for nearly half the country. Tell me how this will make America healthy again. Yeah, I don't see it. Nope.
Not only
from Valley.
Not only that, but they're also doing away with the ACL. And if you don't know what that is, it's the Administration of Community Living. It is the entity that oversees.
I'm sorry, hold on. Allie, your sound is fucking real bad. Are you in the wind?
No, I'm not. Let me try again.
Wow, that's really loud. Fuck, that's loud. And you sounded like you were outside in a fucking tornado, dude. So I'm sorry to interrupt you, Spy King. Please go ahead.
Honestly, I didn't even hear that he was on the phone, so I'm glad you did. But the ACL, the Administration of Community Living, they oversee Meals on Wheels, and that program is being shut down. So if you know anyone in your community who is disabled and receives Meals on Wheels, is elderly and receives Meals on Wheels, make sure you pick up the slack and go help them, because our government has basically told them to go fuck themselves.
They're not useful to society anymore, so if we don't feed them, then they'll die quicker.
That's horrific.
Allegedly.
That's just horrific.
Thanks, RFKJ. You're a standout dude. That's right in with that.
Again, they're doing everything they can to make those who can't fight back suffer the most.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Josh Marshall says, a new wave of terminations today at FDA. People arrived this morning and found out while waiting in line to go through security that they no longer work there. Common pattern with Josh. Planning to maximize humiliation and disrespect. So while they're just waiting to get in line to go into work today and go through the fucking metal detectors or whatever, they're notified you are no longer employed here. Jesus fucking Christ. When is it going to stop? When is it going to stop? When is somebody going to put their foot down and be like, enough?
There may be more Luigi's before all this is said and done, if you catch my drift.
And now Pam Bondi's trying to have him face the death penalty, even though this case should have been done in New York, not by the DOJ. They chose to do it through the DOJ because then they can give him the death penalty.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Luigi
the
Mangio.
dude that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shot.
They didn't even read his rights.
They didn't read him his
Like
rights?
that matters anymore.
I know.
I thought Dickie took Miranda rights away.
Huh?
Well, no, he didn't take them away. We all still have those rights. It's just that officers are not required to read them to you anymore.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
When did that happen?
I don't know.
It used to be. It used to be that if you were arrested and you were not given your Miranda rights, then your case could be thrown out.
Yep.
And now they no longer have to read you your Miranda rights. So everyone should also brush up on their Miranda rights.
How did he do that though? I don't get it.
It was part of his first term.
Yeah. It
was part of his first term.
Yep. I don't remember when. It was 4 years of a blur.
How did he do that though? When
probably an EO.
Probably by executive order.
I don't think it was an EO. I think it was actually passed through Congress and the Senate.
Really?
Because if it had been an EO, then the Biden administration would have overturned it.
Yeah. They also
Congress.
I don't actually know.
Yeah.
I just remember Miranda rights were taken away, and some people are still doing it, and some people are not. That's all I know.
Why are his lawyers fighting for that then, saying that?
Allie. To accept, press 1.
I don't know. Allie Osher. Holy shit,
Hey.
Allie.
What, is it there? I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
For fuck's sake, you're louder than shit. Can you turn it down?
Wow. Okay. I didn't realize it was that loud. I'm trying to talk soft.
Oh, please talk soft.
Sorry. So you know that they're trying to investigate Signalgate, and you know that they also tried to communicate via Gmail as well. So that's also illegal because you're supposed to follow, but of course, if the government or the oligarchs or Musk keeps helping Trump and he keeps getting in after stealing so many documents that he should have gone to jail for, we shouldn't be surprised that he does this garbage and continues to want to do it. And we know that he wants to change all the voting laws, and we know that he wants to make it so that women can't vote.
Yep.
And to be honest, he should be impeached or removed. They can do it if they really want to.
It's the Republicans that won't do it. It's the Republicans that won't do it. That's the other thing that I don't like about people going after Democrats. Stop going after Democrats. It's not their fault. It's the Republicans' fault. Republicans could turn around and do this tomorrow. If you get fucking, 60% of the Senate and 60% of the House, you can impeach this motherfucker. But you guys won't budge. You like having a fucking Russian asset in the fucking White House. I don't know. Explain it to me like I'm 5. Because I don't get it.
But the other issue is the other issue is not only do we keep going over the same old thing like it's November of 2024, but the fact of just because it happened, just because there's a shadow government in England and Israel, that doesn't mean that happens in America. And you can't have one representative of the independent party. Not that there might be one or two, but that doesn't make a whole party, and that doesn't change the vote. So it's funny how I keep hearing people on the internet, well, if it was only like England and Israel. Yeah, but we're talking about the United States.
Yeah, it doesn't work here like that. Yeah. And,
so you know,
and maybe
again,
if you fucktards hadn't voted for Jill Stein, we wouldn't be in this fucking position. So that'd be nice if we could get rid of third parties, because we have to admit we have a two-party system. That's it. When people vote for a third party, one of the other parties gets fucked, and that's
true.
you know, that's how, you know, Hillary lost the first time. It's how Kamala lost this time. Jill Stein voters. Where the fuck is Jill Stein now, maggots?
Well, unfortunately, as we know, ladies, there really shouldn't be any contributor that is giving what, $270 million or whatever.
No, we should no.
You know what I mean?
It's dark. Well, that's Citizens United. That's that should have been, you know, taken care. You know, that's why they put Supreme Court justices in. They were paying attention to the Supreme Court. We were not. They took Obama's pick away, and now we got him for an AG. And look at the shit show that he created. So by sitting on his hands and doing fucking nothing, because that's not the job he was actually designed for. You need Glenn Kirshner in that job. You do not need Merrick Garland in that job. So
Mark Elias.
Yeah, Mark Elias would be nice. But look, there's a lot of things that got us to where we are now. It's how do we save it? How do we struggle through this? How do we, you know, help each other through this shit show? Because right now we're white knuckling it every fucking day, as usual, like the first fucking term. You know, I knew this shit was going to happen. We knew it. It's even worse. It's 10 times worse this time around because there was actually adults in the fucking room. The first time around.
Now, unfortunately, he has better advisors. But of course, Cory Booker's been doing a wonderful job. I wish I had been watching last night, but I've been watching since 10:30 this morning. Yeah, and I'm surprised he hasn't lost his voice.
I watched for 4 hours.
Job.
I watched him till 1 o'clock in the morning last night. And then when I woke up this morning, I knew he was still on, but I was watching other things and trying to catch up on just the news of the day so we could get through the show today. Because I'm like, you know, and even I'm doing a terrible job at that. So,
oh no, that's okay.
Thank you for calling
All
in,
right,
sweetie.
sorry. Yeah, sorry about the sound, ladies. I'll let you go. I apologize. I don't know why I did that because I'm not using the Bluetooth. Okay, have a good night, ladies.
All right, I think we should do a sound check sometime.
Okay.
I'd love to see Letitia James in that position because she'd fucking rock the house. She'd take everybody.
Who?
Letitia James, man. She fucking took down the she got the NRA. I mean,
so if I could, before we get too far off, it was the Supreme Court who decided in 2022 that officers are not required to give you your Miranda rights. Not just that, but if you are compelled to speak against yourself and they use it in court, you cannot fight back against it, even if you are not guilty.
That's why you don't say a damn thing. You just say,
I want a lawyer.
And if they say, do you want to talk to us? Say, are you arresting me? Am I being detained? And that's all you say. And if they're being detained, then you ask straight for a lawyer and that's it. You don't say shit.
Nope.
Period. At all.
Don't say no the fucking word.
Will be used against you.
Yeah.
Straight facts. So anybody else?
Every lawyer I've ever heard.
If they ask you for anything, say, am I being detained?
Call from Gin Up the Bass.
If they say no,
we've got Jen.
To leave.
We got Jen Up the Bass on the phone. Jen, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, ladies? So, Diane, you got me all fired up when you were mentioning the Jill Stein voter.
Oh,
I was in another chat the other day, and somebody was saying that they were a proud Jill Stein voter because their vote against genocide was not negotiable. And I'm like,
G-side.
Wow, how's
G-side,
that
please.
working out for you? Like, really? You dumbass? Now we're in this position, and no matter what you say, you look like an asshole, but you're digging in. It's like, come on. What are we doing?
It's like, Jen, it's like when I hear people on, I hear that people on TikTok are saying, well, I didn't vote for Kamala because, you know.
Yeah, well, but we know that's there. But,
yeah, but they voted for Jill Stein.
I know, yeah. It's awful.
I just
These
go,
idiots.
why?
Well, all the white women in.
Yeah, no shit. Well,
Mom's
a lot of
talks
them
and
here.
drops now.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, Jen, for calling in.
Where
Love
the
you,
white
buddy.
women at?
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
But also, if the cops show up, and if you have anybody that you think you need to protect that's in your vehicle or whatever, ask if they have a warrant. It has to be signed by a judge. It has to have that person's name on it, because if they're trying to say that they want to detain somebody that's in your vehicle that they may want to take for detainment or to deport or for whatever reason.
Do yourself a
protect those
favor
people.
and don't have anybody in your car who has a warrant out for their arrest. Just do yourself a
Saying
favor.
if they
Don't
want, if
hang
it's
out.
ICE or someone that's trying to
Oh, well,
be
yeah.
ICE, all you have to do is, as a citizen, stand up for them and just say, do you have a warrant? And it has to be signed by a judge, and it has to have that person's name on it for them to search your car.
Yep. That's 100% true. Know your rights. I think that's the thing about, if I was a young person in this country, I'll tell you what, I would have gone to law school. I knowing what I know now at 54, I would have totally gone to law school as a young person. I think I could have done it. I may not have passed the bar or whatever, but at least I would know the laws, right? And that way, whatever business that you go into, whether it be rock and roll, a nail salon, a restaurant, you know what I mean? There are laws. And if you don't know what they are, then you could fuck yourself. And so that's why I think that every young person I've ever talked to, get your law degree.
Civil rights.
I don't care if you pass the bar, just do it. Just go to law school. It will help you in your life in the future. Yeah. Trust me. Everything is so litigious now.
Sorry.
But everything is so litigious now. Everybody, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. You know, if you do something to your neighbor's tree, they're going to sue you. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Bargain.
That's what I mean. It's so ridiculous. But a lot of people don't know what their rights are. And I think that if people studied law, they would know. And that's another reason why I encourage every young person I know, take law school classes. I don't care if it's just 101, you know, like the baseline classes or whatever.
Yes.
When I got my driver's license, my mother would not let me pull out of our parking area until I could change a tire, check the oil, check the transmission, and knew my rights if I got pulled over. Mm-hmm. She was not going to send me out there in a vehicle unless I knew all those things. And she helped me study it for the state I was in. She had me covered. Yeah. And I encourage all parents to do the same.
That's actually really great. I have to say, Spy, that's really great. I learned how to drive a stick shift from my sister's boyfriend because nobody would teach me how to do it. So, yeah, I'm like, oh, and you know, the best thing he did was take me on our driveway. It was a 45-degree angle. All right, stop. Now you have to figure, you know, use the in first degree, you know, in first gear, use the clutch and the gas to get up the hill, you know. Yep. And it took me a minute, but guess what? It was the best fucking lesson I ever had. And you know, when it's just like reading cursive. You got to know how to drive a stick shift. You got to know how to read cursive. You got to know how to do these things. These are things like life skills that you should just fucking know. And I feel like a lot of people didn't get these life skills. And I know I did. My parents never taught me how to fucking change a tire. No fucking way. But I guarantee you, Tony's daddy taught him how to change a tire when he was fucking a teenage, like way before he could drive. He was working on cars, right? It depends on where you grew up, how you were nurtured by your parents. My parents were like, oh, just go ride your bike, get out of the house. We'll see you at sunset. You know, when the street lights came on, you better be fucking home. And that was the rule. They didn't give a fuck where I was. There was no cell phones.
It's very Gen X of us.
Say something.
It's so Gen X.
If you go to the recent video by Cliff Cash, he had a guy that has been in Ukraine for the past 3 years donating his time, and what he does is he's been traveling all over, bringing in basically he's an American, but he can cross boundaries of different countries, and he's been bringing in like dialysis machines and stuff because the Russians have been poisoning their kidneys with these, I don't even know what it is exactly, but they've been poisoning them. And so he's been, anyway, if you go there, he's been doing this for 3 years now. And, you can watch the video and he's back to the States because he had gotten pneumonia, but,
yeah.
This
is a video with Cliff Cash comedy. Hold on,
and
Super Saint.
He was on
now
the
my
latest
microphone
video,
is off.
and he interviews him while he's here in the States, and he's going to go right back. But he's transporting like generators and all this, and
so Spy, listen to me, Super Saint. I knew I was going to do that at least once or twice during the show.
It's okay.
No,
But,
Super Saint. Hold on. You can find the video at Cliff Cash Comedy. He's there. He's sitting in 2 chairs like this. It's a guy with a beard. Yeah. I saw the video. I did not have time to watch it today, but I will watch it after the show.
It's very important that, and he has a link to go to where you can donate. It's all based on donations, but this man he's going into like dangerous territory, delivering essential things to these soldiers. And my hands off to this man. So just touched my heart so much. And I, if anybody, I know we're all, struggling ourselves, but this man, he really touched my heart, and it's a great video to watch. And, so awesome.
We've done the plug. We'll watch it after the show. And if anybody wants to find it and drop it into the chat. We also have other shit that's going around the world, like Taiwan reports detecting 19 Chinese warships and the Shandong aircraft carrier group encircling the island. This is what happens when you appease aggressors like Russia. China is watching, and now it's testing its boundaries too. So we've got this shit going on because Dinky is doing all this shit. You can't keep track of everything, and so they're reporting now. Oh, they're encircling our fucking island now, people. Like, this is serious.
And wasn't there a major earthquake in that area a couple of days ago?
In
Bangkok? I want to say it was in Bangkok.
Myanmar?
No.
Myanmar?
Myanmar, I think.
Yeah.
Near there. Where was that? What's the country that's close to there that starts with an S? Shit. So I was saying hi, is it? I don't know where.
So the geography, I'm going to be honest with you.
Brain is. I've been up all night. Couldn't sleep. But anyway, if you haven't had a chance to watch Cory Booker,
I want to play a clip from that right now. So
he's such an empathetic man. I was crying during some of his letters. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, it was Bangkok, Thailand. Yeah, there was a massive earthquake in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
And they want to know, are you thinking of Singapore?
I think that's where
that's
Singapore?
I think it's Singapore.
There you go. Very good, Spiking. You get the cookie.
Now it's our generation.
That's our wonderful chat right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
and thank you for everyone's donating and
Yeah,
membership.
no,
So
it's very sweet. So Tony's got this queued up. We've got Cory Booker in his. How long has he been going on? It will be
amazing. He's still going on right now.
It'll be.
He's got 30 more minutes, and then he'll break
30
the
more
record.
minutes, and he breaks the record. So go ahead.
He is proving leadership right now in such a way. I mean,
And now it's our generation. We have to redeem the dream. We have to excite people again. He, in the highest office of our land, wants to divide us against ourselves, wants to make us afraid, wants to make us fear so much that we're willing to violate people's fundamental rights. We're willing to go after the speech on college campuses. We're willing to go after law firms, go after the freedom of the press. Don't let him do that. Don't become like him. Be an American that says, I look to the future and I'm excited. Yes, things are tough right now. They're hard, they're scary, they're hurting, but we can overcome this. Our American history, if it's nothing else, American history, if it's nothing else, it is a perpetual testimony to the achievement of impossible things against impossible odds. We are a nation that is great, not because of the people that are trying to whitewash our history. To remove great people, Native Americans, black people, and women from our military websites. I don't want a Disneyfication of our history. I don't want to whitewash history. I don't want to homogenize history. Tell me the wretched truth about America, because that speaks to our greatness. And so what do I want people to do? It starts with us, man, and you're doing it. I've seen courage of my colleagues. We're doing it, but we have to do more, and I'm sorry. I'm not going to be a politician that's going to say, we are going to do more for you. I'm going to be a politician. I'm going to be a leader that demands more from America.
Will the senator yield for one last question?
I yield for a question while retaining the floor.
He's been doing amazing. And he was just fired up last night at 1:00 in the morning. He would go through waves, like it'd be kind of quiet and like whatever. And then he'd get real loud again and he'd get a boost of energy. I don't know how he's doing it.
And he didn't read a doctor's book like a pussy. Sorry.
Someone in the chat said that one, he's vegan, and two, he's a triathlete. So he's got the stamina.
I remember before he made it big, people paying attention to him. I used to follow him on The Verge, and it was amazing because I would see TV like news reports from New Jersey of him saving somebody from a burning building. I mean, like he was a fucking real superhero dude, for real. Go look at his background. Total superhero. And he's just making it better.
Well,
they call it the Philibooker.
There you go. I like it. Brian Tyler Cohen, Cory Booker has officially taken over the Senate floor for 20 hours to call out Trump's assault on the Constitution, and it's still going. And so, but that was a couple hours ago. So I good for him. Cory Booker is getting emotional talking about the sacrifices America have made for their country, including his colleague Tammy Duckworth, and he's still going strong. This is 2 hours ago. My God.
So Tony, it appears there's an issue with gifted memberships at the moment. For all of you in the chat, one, you have to be a subscriber, and two, you have to enable gifted memberships. And also, thank you, SFL and Sage, for the super chats.
We love you guys. Awesome.
And there's also the Venmo and PayPal. You want to donate directly.
Oh, what is this now? Boebert confused Roger Stone and Oliver Stone.
Are we surprised?
No.
Hilarious.
It could be the Gibraltar Stone. I don't know, like the Stone of Gibraltar. It could be It could be Stonehenge. She's so confused. I'm so confused, like Roger Stone and Stonehenge, and like I don't know. I've not heard this, but should we listen to it for like just a giggle, like for shits and giggles?
For shiggles.
Sure.
Thank you, Rosanna.
Love how she said that she was boycotting the vote and but yet she was recorded running up the steps late to make the vote. And that's stupid.
And yes, John Depp, her brain is stone.
Wait. She turns to stone.
You, Rosanna.
When you were gone, she turns to stone.
Oh my god.
Turns to stone. When you were gone, she turns
her wanton ignorance. Yeah.
I can hear the song right now. Party stone. Derp state poster child.
Holy shit. That's fucking unbelievable.
She failed like her GED.
She failed her GED 4 fucking times and they still gave it to her. They felt bad. Honey, you'll never make it. Go ahead.
Mr. Stone, you wrote a book accusing LBJ of being involved in the killing of President Kennedy. Did these most recent releases confirm or negate your initial charge? Being involved in the assassination of President Kennedy.
No, I didn't. In the film, if you look closely, there's no such statement. No, I didn't. If you look closely at the film, there's no. It accuses the President Johnson of being part of a complicit in a cover-up of the case, but not in the assassination itself, which I don't know.
What do you think that he was complicit with? Yes, sir. I'll get to you.
The cover-up. Well, how about, for starters, appointing Alan Dulles, the head of the CIA, who was fired by Kennedy, to the commission itself, to the Warren Commission. And he goes to almost every meeting, and he's pretty much in charge of the Warren Commission from the beginning. Alan Dulles. That's part of the evidence that points to President Johnson's either incompetence or involvement.
Mr. Morley, I think you had something to add on that.
I think you're confusing Mr. Oliver Stone with Mr. Roger Stone.
I haven't stated it yet.
Who?
It's Roger Stone who implicated LBJ in the assassination of the president. It's not my friend
Is that what all the
Oliver
whispers
Stone.
were there? I may have misinterpreted that.
I may have. Oh, honey, you don't know jack motherfucking shit about what happened in the JFK assassination. You don't know fuck all. You never read a book about it. You never studied fuck all about it. Oh my God, you were such an embarrassment.
But she was there jacking LBJ off at the time.
Yeah, her mama, maybe her grandma was. Her grandma was sucking
Probably
off
was on the toilet.
No, but her
You got the best drops
What
of
is this
giggles.
timeline we're living in? Yeah, I don't know what the timeline is, but you guys, every time I look at Bobo, I have to bring. I have to bring up the fact. Stop it! Stop it!
What is this timeline?
No wonder I'm getting interrupted all the time because you get drops and everybody. Stop it! Every time I look at Bobo, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4 degrees of separation away from her jerking fucking Beetlejuice off in that fucking theater.
I know. From Morbius.
Well, yeah, Morbius. Okay.
Morbius is
okay. I had a show with Morbius. We can't say his name any longer because he has a big job now. But yeah, so my friend that I started a podcast with, he is cousins with the guy that Bobo was diddling.
He was squeezing her plastic melons.
The Beetlejuice concert. So yeah, I'm actually like 3 degrees away from that whole scenario. And every time I look at her, every time I hear about like Beetlejuice, I can't stop thinking about it.
Do you know who I am? Sorry. That's what she said.
Yeah, we know who
And
you are, dear.
she's flashing her
That's why
tits
we
and,
asked you to
and
move
flipping the
along.
bird.
That.
Oh my God, she's such a nightmare. Yeah, she will always be the that's her yeah, our emoji,
hand
that's her
back.
mouth. Mom's just
And
put it up
people-
in our chat.
People, let's not forget. Not only will MTG now be getting a government pension because she's been elected enough times, but Bobo will be getting
That's just
a
so
government pension.
ridiculous, man. That
I think we
The
need to
tax-
expand that to like longer. Like you have to serve like, a little bit longer than 1 or 2 terms. Like fuck that. Cause you don't deserve it. What the fuck is Jim Jordan? Jim Jordan has never put a fucking bill to the floor. And he's been, I don't even know how long he's been there.
17 years now. Or is it 18?
Yeah.
17 or 18 years now.
Ojeda keeps bringing that up. Major
Your-
Ojeda.
Your ability to do your job should determine whether or not you get the benefits of your job. That's the way
right.
it is for the rest of the American people.
No shit.
And it should be that way for Congress.
I agree.
What?
I agree. So you guys, that's our time. So anybody want to do closing statement? We're already over. So go ahead. And
I got one real quick one. I just want to say, everyone, if you can, let's raid Sons of Liberty.
Okay.
They are discussing the effects of the transgender ban in the military this evening.
We're on
Very good show to go and catch if you're up to it. Otherwise, go watch Cory Booker.
Right.
Make history. Moms, you're muted.
Yeah,
See, I was
Sons
trying to
of-
be polite. Yeah, thanks for having me here. I really enjoyed being here. I'm glad that when I get to come on and share and, breathe with you guys. So thanks again. And love to Benny and Wizzy and Mark and Rand and mwah. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Super Saint.
Oh, thank you for letting me come on. I have a hard time typing with neuropathy and I'm slow. So I really appreciate y'all letting me use my mouthpiece because I'm very loud and vocal. And I can't wait to protest this weekend. I get to make my signs and I'm going to be loud and obnoxious like I always am, even if it's by myself here locally.
Take some pictures of your signs and send it to us so we can post them. All right.
Especially, the dinky being a cunt. And fear this pussy. But anyway, I love you guys and I appreciate everybody, your support. We're a good community and family, and thank you again for being the support system that we all need. And just be active, be proud and loud, because if you don't resist now, we won't have the opportunity to later, because they do the onslaught fast and quick, and we may be running out of time. So if you do it loud and proud and now and quick, then hopefully we can put a stop to this shit. I love you guys. Thank you.
Love you
all
too. Super Saint, Moms Russo, thank you so much. Spy Ken, thank you for joining us. And I want to thanks to all of our moderators and everybody who gifted subs today, or I don't know if it was working. I thought it was working earlier or whatever. And anybody who donated to the show, thank you so much. And everybody who's here joining us here on 21st Century Suffragettes. We love you guys, and it means a lot that you guys are here. And just getting to 1,000 subs, man, you made my day. Okay, like you made my year. Okay, like I never thought this shit would ever happen. But anyway, we will see you Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and take care. Peace out. Raid Sons of Liberty.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you the way to burn, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of the spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care, well she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she probably start to cry, oh damn.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, race the other way to Mars, oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. I don't care, well she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she probably start to cry, no, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super Bee. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Clark Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you on the way to miles, oh no, no. Got everyone to do. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motor into a quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my head. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look how shiny it is, Grammy. It's so shiny. It's so shiny. It's so shiny.